Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm Ellie Falconer.
After weeks of discussion, Auburn City Council decided to push the vote on increasing the permitted building height in the College Edge Overlay District from 65 feet to 75 feet to its next meeting on April 3rd. The building heights in the blocks near Toomer's Corner have long been a point of contention between residents and developers.
Many residents want the height to remain at 65 feet in order to preserve the small town feeling, and developers want to raise the height limit to allow more room for commercial buildings. The vote was supposed to take place at Tuesday's meeting, but Councilperson Ron Anders refused to consent the vote. Eagle Eye's Savannah Key has more about the potential height increase in the newsroom. Savannah?
So the College Edge Overlay District is the block right around Toomer's Corner, down South College Street from the intersection at Toomer's Corner and to the railroad tracks, and then down Magnolia for a block in each direction. One of the main buildings of concern in the height battle is the Watley Building. The building is in the process of being renovated for a proposed 75-foot retail and residential space. This debate has been going on for over 10 years. The height was set for 65 feet in the summer of 2016. So the quick change that the council is considering is upsetting some residents. Live in the newsroom, I'm Savannah Key.
Thanks, Savannah. City Council also adopted amendments to the Northwest Auburn Neighborhood Plan. These amendments include new future land use classifications and amend existing land use classifications.
Northwest Auburn has also been a hot topic at City Council. Many residents and churches have petitioned against development and rezoning in the area because the changes are unclear to many. Auburn's College of Veterinary Medicine is now one of the few schools nationwide to successfully perform the rare heart procedure to correct atrial fibrillation in a horse.
AFib is an arrhythmia with an irregular and often rapid heart rate that can increase the risk of stroke, heart failure, and other heart-related complications.
The procedure involved inserting catheters into the heart through 6-year-old Moissanite's neck and delivering an electrical pulse to reset the heart rhythm. The thoroughbred jumping horse required a team of large and small animal faculty veterinarians and technicians from cardiology, equine medicine, anesthesia, and radiology services in the veterinary hospital.
After remaining under observation as an ICU patient overnight, Moissanite was re-examined and discharged to his owner on March 7th.
Auburn's favorite Crepe Myrtle Cafe and the adjacent Blooming Colors plant nursery are officially closed, at least for now.
The popular business will move to a new location in the fall. It has been open for 10 years on South Donahue Drive.
Students looking forward to Panera Bread's opening in RBD Library this spring will have to wait just a little bit longer.
Students will find that Panera Bread, which was scheduled to open in RBD Library, has been replaced with RBD Cafe. The change follows Tiger Dining's decision to sign a new dining contract replacing the original company who signed Panera Bread.
Oh, I don't mind it being here. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to Panera, but I guess, it still has black coffee, so that's fine with me.
Panera Bread's delayed opening is temporary, with both Panera Bread and RBD Cafe having a spot on campus by next fall.
The next 6 weeks, Prevail will be here serving out all of our coffees. We have our full menu, so students can come and get craft coffee right here on campus, and then later on down the road they might be back, but we're just going to be doing this at least here for this semester, and then over in Foy for the time being.
A possibility for new foot traffic in the library is not something that students seem to be worried about.
I don't really think that this is a super trafficy area anyways, so I think that there's plenty of space for other people to, go and study that's not around here.
Scheduled to open this summer, students will find that the on-campus Panera Bread will offer the most popular options off its menu while also staying open later than a typical Panera Bread. For Eagle Eye TV, I'm Kara Rhodes.
Tiger Dining will be listening to student feedback on Panera Bread's offered menu and passing that information along to Panera Bread to ensure that students are happy with what is being offered.
Coming up, a recap of Auburn basketball's historic season.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Funny! Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
Men's basketball made history this season and made their way to the big dance just last weekend. I'm Nicole Davis with sports. Before spring break, Auburn was awarded the number 4 seed in the Midwest region in this year's NCAA tournament. The Tigers hit the road to San Diego last weekend to begin their quest for a national title. In the first round matchup Friday, Auburn faced number 13, College of Charleston, and the Colonial Conference champion. The Tigers struggled offensively but were able to put out a 62-58 win to advance to the round of 32. Auburn would then go up against number 5 Clemson in the second round Sunday. Offense provided a problem once again for the Tigers, and Clemson took full advantage, easily defeating Auburn 84-53 to knock them out of the dance. Despite a difficult ending to a great season, Auburn has much to be proud of. The Tigers had a season of highs and lows that pushed them to have a historic run. To kick off the season, the Tigers started on a bad note with the arrest of associate head coach Chuck Person for his involvement in a federal bribery investigation. With the investigation, 2 Auburn players were found in question. Auburn learned in the beginning of November that star players Austin Wiley and Danjel Purifoy were ineligible and were being suspended for an undisclosed amount of time. The Tigers would go on to lose their exhibition game the same day of their suspension to Division II school Barry. But the loss struck a chord with the Tigers, who would rebound from this. Auburn would go on to win 14 straight games beginning November 24th and ending with a loss to Alabama on January 17th. The Tigers' hot streak would come to a shuddering halt when they suffered a string of injuries throughout the month of February, beginning with guard Bryce Brown straining his right shoulder in a loss to Texas A&M. Auburn would then lose the SEC's leading blocker Anthony McLemore for the remainder of the season on February 17 in a loss to South Carolina. Auburn was able to pull together to win their first SEC regular season title since 1999 and claim the number 1 seed in the SEC tournament. However, Auburn was knocked out in their first tournament game to Alabama. To highlight their historic season, the Tigers were ranked as high as number 7 in the Associated Press poll. The regular season title marks their 3rd in program history. Basketball is already starting on the right foot for next season. Last night, the NCAA announced Danjel Purifoy will be available for the Tigers after 30% of the season has been played. Purifoy missed the entire season this last year due to an ongoing FBI college basketball bribery investigation. Even though Auburn is out of the dance, there has some history been made by other teams. In tournament history, a number 16 seed has never defeated a number 1 seed until this year. Auburn's number 16, UMBC, not only beat number 1, UVA, but demolished the Cavaliers 74-54. The Retrievers then became a sensation overnight, especially their Twitter page. ESPN gave UMBC a 1.5% chance of defeating Virginia, and they made sure to call out ESPN for that, tweeting a screenshot of ESPN's matchup predictors, saying "sup" at ESPN. UMBC also tweeted this picture saying, "Ah, we remember this game at Maryland in December. Hopefully you enjoyed our game from your couch, dude." To stay up to date on all your Auburn sports, go to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports. Up next, a local favorite restaurant is closed, at least for now. Find out why after the break. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Hi, Smokey. Only you can prevent wildfires.
see on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Auburn will partner with NASA on advances in additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing. The Center for the Research will be housed in Auburn's Samuel Ginn College of Engineering and will conduct research on how to improve equipment used for 3D printing. Of the partnership, President Stephen Leith said, "Additive manufacturing is a disruptive technology enabling designers and developers to create next-generation, precision-engineered products that couldn't be made any other way. Auburn is a national leader in advancing this important new technology, and we're excited to partner with NASA and ASTM International."
A Tuskegee University assistant football coach has been arrested on charges related to drug trafficking and possession of a firearm. 33-year-old Ramon Hardin Nickerson from Phoenix City was indicted by a federal grand jury after being found with 3 ounces of cocaine, a pound of marijuana, and a .40 caliber handgun. Nickerson could face up to 25 years in federal prison for the charges, and there is no chance of parole.
Auburn has been named one of the top places to live, according to Livability's 2018 Top 100 Best Places to Live. Auburn is the only Alabama city to make the list. The rankings were based on infrastructure, education, economy, and healthcare. Auburn scored strongly in education, civic capital, and economy. Auburn also made Livability's list of top 10 college towns.
Meet our pet of the week, Claudette, is a friendly and glamorous 4-year-old. She also enjoys sitting atop the cat tree.
Claudette is FIV positive, but she can still live a long and healthy life. Come and meet Claudette at the Lee County Humane Society this week.
And coming up, Uber rides can be pricey. One New Jersey man found that out the hard way.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
I believe this is a practical world and that I can count only on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work.
I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully.
I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men.
I believe in a sound mind, in a sound body, in a spirit that is not afraid, and in a clean sport that develops these qualities.
I believe in obedience to the law because it protects the rights of all.
I believe in human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all.
I believe in my country because it is a land of freedom and because it is my home, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with my God.
And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it.
Uber rides can be expensive. Nothing compares to a New Jersey man who spent over $1,600 on one ride. Kenneth Bachman ordered an Uber after a long night of partying near West Virginia University and blacked out once he got in the car.
He doesn't remember giving the driver his home address, but when he woke up, the driver told him they were close to his house, some 300 miles away from West Virginia. Bachman tried to dispute the charges, but Uber said he needed to pay up. He also had to pay for the tolls that the driver encountered on his trip there and back.
If that happened to me, I would be paying that bill off for a couple years.
Oh, definitely me too.
That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to keep up to date with all the latest news by following us on Facebook and Twitter at Eagle Eye TV and online at eagleeyeauburn.com. Also, go ahead and download our new Alexa skill to hear all the latest headlines. I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm Ellie Falconer. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.